Hello folks, this is Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing here in Dallas, Texas. I want to shed some truth, some light on microfiber towels, the microfiber towels that we're using within the auto detailing industry. Before I begin there, I want to use an old term or an old saying. My father used to say this to me when I was a kid. He would say numbers never lie, but liars love to use numbers. When I was a kid, I wasn't sure what that meant. When I got older, I got it. I want to talk about the numbers that are thrown at us when it comes to microfiber towels. We get numbers thrown at us like GSM. We get numbers thrown at us like the blend of the towel. Is it 70-30, 80-20? We also get thrown at us the origin of the towel. Is it Korean or is it Chinese? Let's look at these three key points and try to find the truth in all of this. Grams per square meter means just that. It's a measurement of weight. If you notice on the table here, and if you notice, most microfiber towels within the industry are 16 by 16. They are not a square meter towel. They're 16 by 16. I'll get into a future video of what 16 by 16 towels are, but they're called a catalog towel behind the veil. When we're trying to measure grams per square meter with a 16 by 16 towel, it's a little bit difficult. It can be done, but there's some margin of error there because, again, we're not actually measuring the weight of a square meter. We're trying to find out the square meter or the grams per square meter in a 16 by 16 towel. There's some room, there's a margin of error there. I also want to say grams per square meter is just weight. It's not the ultimate quality or performance of the towel. It's kind of silly. It's kind of like saying, hey, let's determine the ultimate performance or the overall performance of your car by weight alone. None of us would do that. That's kind of silly. So grams per square meter is just an indicator of weight. It doesn't tell us the quality of the towel. That's important to remember. The other thing that gets thrown at us is blend. Is it 70-30? Is it 80-20? I want to tell you, after years of experience with towels, yes, to some extent, 70-30 would determine the most superior towel we can get our hands on. But I have seen that some 80-20 towels will outperform a 70-30 towel. The blend ultimately doesn't tell us the ultimate or overall performance of a towel or the quality of the towel either. I also want to tell you that it's very difficult to determine the blend of any particular towel, and it's very difficult for some of the resellers of Chinese and manufacturers or Chinese and Korean microfiber towels here in the United States. It's hard for even them to determine the blend. There's a lot of games that are played on the other side of the world, and I'll get into that in the future. But what happens with blend, if I really ultimately wanted to try to figure out if this towel is truly 70 by, 70 or 70-30 blend, I would have to have somebody break it down. It would be very expensive. It would cost a couple $1,000s to do so. So sometimes the blend is kind of a number that's thrown at us. It doesn't give us the performance of the towel or the quality of the towel either. The other thing is the origin of the towel. Is it Korean made or is it Chinese? We've been led to believe that Korean towels are better than Chinese towels. Well, let me tell you something, folks. Some towels that are made in Korea may be made with Chinese yarn. There are some towels made in China that might be made with Korean yarn. Very, very difficult to determine the overall performance or quality of a towel just on origin alone. That's another number or a fact that's thrown at us. We got to be careful. We got to step back and look at the bigger picture. I want to talk about ultimately what's important when it comes to overall quality and performance of the towel. We need to be looking at the yarn. The yarn is incredibly crucial. How high quality is the yarn? Also, something else to think about is the way the towel, I don't know how I'm going to say this, the way the towel is woven. The weave of the towel is very crucial as well. Not only the quality of the yarn, but the weave of the towel. As a professional, microfiber towels become a consumable item. Why? Because I use a lot of them. I use them often. I have to wash them often. If the quality of the yarn is high, the weave of the towel is superior, it will last longer. It will give me more bang for my buck. That's really important. The best way to determine the ultimate quality of a towel is to hold it, to touch it, to use it, and then wash it and see how it holds up in the end. That is really what we need to be concentrating on as consumers of microfiber towels. So again, grams per square meter is just the weight of the towel. Very difficult to determine the weight of the towel in a 16 by 16 format. You can do it, but there is some margin of error there. It's not going to tell you the ultimate quality of the towel. It's just weight. Then when we look at the blend, 70-30, 80-20, very hard to verify. It would cost you a couple $1,000s to do it. I've seen towels that outperform. I've seen towels that were 80-20 blend that outperformed a 70-30 blend. Doesn't really give us ultimate quality either. It really doesn't matter where it's produced, whether it's China or Korea. It's really about the quality of the yarn we need to be focusing in on, and the weave of the towel. That's going to give us more durability, more longevity, and more bang for our buck, if you will. Also, I want to say before I end this video, there's been a lot of companies here in the United States that claim to own factories in China, own factories in Korea. This isn't true, folks. This is marketing. This is just trying to create more comfort for you to buy from them. Actually, what's happened is some YouTubers innocently have done reviews for towels and repeated this lie that these companies own these factories. This isn't true, and what happens is a lie becomes a truth, and it's very hard to unravel and see the truth within it. I love you all. I hope this sheds some light on microfiber towels. Again, it's not about the GSM completely. It's not ultimately about the blend. It's not about the origin of the towel. It's the quality of the yarn and the weave of the towel when it comes to durability and longevity. I love you all. I hope that helps you out, just shedding some light on microfiber towels. Again, in the future, I'll discuss why most towels are 16 by 16 that we're using. These are what we call behind the veil catalog towels. Also, innovation within microfiber towels is kind of lacking. We keep using 16 by 16 towels or 16 by 24. There are some companies within the microfiber industry that are trying hard to be innovative, and I applaud them for it. But really, innovation within microfiber towels is also lacking as well. I'll discuss that in the future. I love you all. Talk to you soon.